Africa, a land of raw power, endless skies, and ancient battles. Here, every sunrise begins a story of survival, and every sunset closes a chapter written in blood. In this kingdom, two predators stand above all others: the lion, symbol of strength, pride, and dominance, and the hyena, cunning, merciless, and fearless in numbers. The clash between these two is not just a fight, it is an ancient rivalry. A war over food, over territory, over survival itself. For centuries, their battles have shaped the balance of the savannah. Every roar of a lion, every chilling laugh of a hyena, tells the story of power and defiance. The lion is muscle and might, a hunter built for strength, a ruler born to command. But the hyena is something different: a strategist, a thief, a killer that survives not by strength alone, but by unity, numbers, and endless courage. When these two worlds collide, the ground itself trembles, dust rises, blood spills, and the question echoes in the silence of the wild: who truly rules the African plains? Tonight, the savannah will decide. This is lions versus hyenas, the ultimate clash between strength and strategy, the eternal battle for survival. Join us as we step into the heart of Africa to witness the rawest, most brutal rivalry of the wild: the lion's roar, the hyena's laugh, two voices, one battlefield. The rivalry between lions and hyenas did not begin yesterday. It is as old as the savannah itself. Two predators, bound by hunger, territory, and an endless struggle for dominance. Lions are the kings of strength. One male can weigh more than 400 pounds, with jaws strong enough to crush bones. Their roar carries for miles, a warning to all that the king is near. But the hyena is no less powerful. Often misunderstood as mere scavengers, they are hunters in their own right. With jaws stronger than any other mammal on the plains, they can crack through bones like dry twigs. Lions hunt with strength, hyenas hunt with strategy, and both often want the same prize: food. When prey is scarce, battles begin. Lions defend their kill with roars and claws. Hyenas answer with numbers and courage. Sometimes the lions win. Sometimes the hyenas take it all. Each clash writes a new chapter in their story of rivalry, a story not of hatred, but of survival. For in the wild, enemies are not born of choice, they are forged by need. Lions versus hyenas, strength versus strategy. The rivalry that defines the African savannah, and it is only just beginning. The sun climbs high above the African plains. Shadows grow short, and the air vibrates with the hum of insects. It is the hour when life slows down, but danger never sleeps. For a pride of lions, a meal is survival. The hunt requires patience, precision, and strength. But their kill never truly belongs to them, not while rivals roam the land. It begins with a laugh, a sound that chills even the bravest of hearts. For where there is one hyena, there are always more. The clan moves like a storm, united, fearless, and hungry. Each one smaller than a lion, but together they are an army. The lions know what is coming. Their roars ripple through the air, a warning to stay back. But the hyenas do not retreat. They circle, they laugh, they wait for their chance. This is not a simple fight. It is strategy against strength. The hyenas push forward in waves, testing the lion's resolve. The lions strike back with fury, claws tearing, jaws crushing. The clash begins. Screams echo, dust rises, and the battlefield becomes chaos. Every second, every move is a gamble between life and death. Here, in the heart of the savannah, the ancient rivalry erupts once more. The lion's pride against the hyena's clan. Strength against numbers. Power against persistence. The sun sinks lower on the horizon, painting the savannah in fiery shades of red and gold. The air grows heavy, charged with the tension that every creature can feel. Tonight, a war older than memory is about to unfold. From the tall grass, 3 lionesses advance, ribs rising and falling with measured breaths, muscles coiled like springs ready to release. Their eyes are locked, not on prey, but on rivals. Rivals who carry a hatred written into the very marrow of their bones. Across the clearing, shadows shift. One by one, spotted hyenas emerge, their laughter cutting through the silence like blades of glass. The matriarch stands at the center, her blood-stained muzzle glistening in the fading light. Around her, a clan of 15 spreads out, a living net designed to suffocate their enemies. The lions advance with deliberate steps, tails twitching, ears pinned flat against their skulls. Each roar they unleash is a declaration. This ground, this kill, this right to survive belongs to them. The hyenas answer in kind, their chorus of whoops and giggles transforming into a language of war. Every pitch, every rhythm carries meaning. Hold the line, circle wide, do not yield. The savannah becomes a theatre of strategy. The lionesses form a triangular wall of muscle and claws, their golden coats shimmering under the dying sun. The hyenas respond with a shifting crescent, pressing in from all sides, probing for weakness. For long moments, neither side moves. Dust swirls between them. The zebra carcass, the prize at the center, lies half consumed, steam still rising from its torn flesh. Both know that a single mistake will ignite an inferno. The silence snaps. With a roar that shakes the grassland, the led lioness lunges. Her paw strikes out like a hammer, claws raking across the shoulder of a charging hyena. The cry of pain echoes, and the battlefield erupts. Hyenas swarm from all sides, snapping jaws flashing in the dim light. One clamps onto the tail of a lioness, teeth sinking deep, blood spraying in arcs across the dust. The lioness spins, fury exploding in muscle and bone, sending the hyena tumbling, but 2 more leap to take its place. The matriarch circles wide, her eyes locked on the lead lioness. She is not reckless. She waits for the opening that always comes when lions are forced to defend in too many directions. The lionesses know this tactic. They back toward each other, forming a living shield. 3 bodies, 1 force, roaring as one. Their strikes are calculated, each blow designed not just to wound, but to kill. The dust becomes a storm of violence. Claws rip across spotted hides. Jaws crush into tawny flanks. Blood soaks into the earth as generations of rivalry find their voice in the screams of predator against predator. A young hyena, bold but inexperienced, darts too close. With a single devastating swipe, the lead lioness slams her paw into its skull, sending the smaller predator sprawling, dazed, and broken. The hyena clan howls in fury, redoubling their assault. But lions do not break easily. Not here, not now. Their strength is raw power, their courage a fire that refuses to die. Still, the hyenas know patience. For every strike that lands, for every wound inflicted, they edge closer to their goal. They do not need to win in a single moment. They only need to exhaust the queens of the savannah, and then claim what is left. The clash rages on, neither side surrendering, neither side victorious. As the last light of day bleeds into darkness, the ancient war remains undecided. The savannah keeps its secrets, and the balance of power remains fragile until the next encounter. Night falls upon the savannah like a heavy curtain. The horizon glows faintly, the last embers of the sun swallowed by endless black. For most creatures, this is the hour of retreat, of hiding in burrows and nests, of sleep. But for lions and hyenas, the night is their true domain. Their senses sharpen as the world dims. Eyes glow amber and green in the moonlight. Ears swivel to catch the faintest rustle in the grass. Every sound, every shadow, carries the weight of survival. The zebra carcass at the center is now a symbol more than food. The lions will not leave it, not because hunger drives them, but because pride demands it. To lose it now would mean weakness, and weakness invites death. The hyenas understand this game as well as the lions. They circle like ghosts, their paws silent on the dry earth. Their laughter has stopped, replaced by eerie whispers of growls and low whoops, signals exchanged in the darkness. This is not chaos, this is strategy. The matriarch signals with a soft grunt, and her clan splits, half move left, half right, forming a crescent under the cover of shadows. Their goal is simple: divide the lions. If even one lioness strays, she will be swallowed whole. The lionesses know this too. They press closer together, shoulders brushing, their tails flicking in silent communication. Each movement is coordinated. Each step echoes a history of countless battles fought before this one. For minutes, there is no attack. Only the sound of breathing, the crunch of paws on dirt, the low hum of insects in the night. The savannah itself seems to hold its breath. Then, the charge. A hyena darts forward, snapping at the legs of the youngest lioness. She retaliates instantly, a furious swipe that cuts through fur and skin. But this was only the bait. From the other side, two more hyenas rush in, jaws clamping onto her flank. The lioness roars, twisting violently, dragging one attacker across the ground with sheer strength. Her claws tear open its side, but the second hyena holds firm, teeth buried deep. The matriarch seizes her chance. She lunges straight for the throat, not of the young lioness, but of the leader, the oldest, strongest, the heart of the pride. The lead lioness meets her mid-charge. Their bodies collide with a force that shakes the earth. Dust explodes around them as two legends of the savannah lock in combat. Claws rake across spotted fur. Jaws snap inches from vital veins. They roll, twist, slam against the carcass itself, scattering bones and blood into the night. The other lionesses scream their fury and hurl themselves into the fight. Hyenas pile in, snapping, biting, dragging at tails and legs. The battlefield dissolves into madness, a storm of fur, blood and bone. But even in madness there is calculation. The lions strike not blindly, but with purpose. Each blow is aimed to kill, each roar designed to intimidate. The hyenas too are relentless. Their advantage is not strength, but endurance. For every wound they suffer, they return another. For every hyena driven back, two more push forward. And above it all, the moon watches, cold, silent, indifferent. Minutes feel like hours. Blood darkens the soil, the zebra carcass forgotten. Both sides are battered, bleeding, trembling from exertion. But neither retreats, neither yields. The lion's breath comes in ragged growls. The hyena's laughter returns, faint and broken, but alive. The war has no victor tonight, only survivors. As the first stars blaze above, the savannah claims its toll. The night belongs to no one. The savannah lies heavy under the weight of silence. Dust hangs in the air, thick with the scent of blood and sweat. The zebra carcass lies mangled, trampled by claws and paws in the chaos. Around it, bodies move like shadows, lions and hyenas, circling, limping, growling low. Both sides are wounded, but neither broken. The scars of the fight glow red in the moonlight, dripping into the thirsty soil. This is no longer just about food. This is about pride, dominance, and survival. The lead lioness stands tall, chest heaving, her golden coat streaked with blood, not all of it her own. Her eyes burn with defiance, a flame that refuses to die. Behind her, the two younger lionesses gather, battered but alive, their flanks scarred by deep gashes. Together, they form a wall, a living fortress of muscle, teeth, and rage. Across from them, the hyena matriarch prowls. Her shoulder bears the mark of a lion's claw, deep and raw. But she does not falter. Her clan surrounds her, fewer in number now, but still dangerous. They shift restlessly, hungry, angry, laughing their broken, eerie laughter. A standoff, the kind that decides legends. The lionesses roar, their voices echoing across the plains like thunder. The hyenas answer with a chorus of cackles, mocking, defiant. The night vibrates with a music older than humanity, the sound of rival predators locked in eternal war. The tension snaps again. With explosive speed, the youngest lioness lunges forward, her jaws closing around the neck of a hyena. Bones crunch. The scream cuts through the night like fire. She thrashes, tossing the body aside, but three more hyenas leap onto her, dragging her down in a storm of claws and snapping jaws. The lead lioness charges into the fray, a golden blur of fury. She slams into the attackers, sending one sprawling. Her paw hammers another into the dirt. The third clings desperately to the lioness's leg until her fangs crush its spine in a single bite. But the matriarch is waiting. She lunges at the leader's throat, jaws wide, eyes blazing. The two collide once again, their bodies crashing with bone-breaking force. This is no longer a skirmish. This is a duel, predator against predator, queen against queen. The lioness pins the matriarch for a heartbeat, her claws sinking into flesh. But the hyena twists free with shocking strength, snapping at her jaw, missing by inches. Dust explodes beneath them as they roll, locked in a brutal dance. Around them, chaos reigns. Lionesses slash and bite. Hyenas swarm in relentless waves. Blood sprays, bones crack, screams echo into the dark sky. The ground itself seems to tremble under the fury of the clash. But even as the battle rages, exhaustion takes hold. Muscles tremble. Breaths grow ragged. Each strike comes slower, each dodge more desperate. Both sides are paying the price for survival. At last, the matriarch pulls back, her body heaving, her muzzle drenched in blood. She calls to her clan with a low, guttural whoop, not of victory, but of retreat. The hyenas hesitate, eyes still burning with hatred, but slowly they obey. The lions, bloodied but unbroken, stand tall. Their roars rise into the night, a final declaration of dominance. They have held the ground, they have kept their pride, but at a terrible cost. The savannah falls silent once more, the air thick with the ghosts of the fight. Here, under the endless stars, battles end, but wars never die. Tomorrow, the hyenas will return. Tomorrow, the lions will be ready. And the eternal clash will burn again, written in blood carved into the earth, echoing across the wild for all time. The savannah sleeps uneasily. A silver moon hangs above, spilling cold light over the battlefield where blood still stains the earth. The zebra carcass lies forgotten, nothing more than bones and scraps of flesh, a silent witness to the chaos that unfolded. The lions rest now, but not in peace. Their bodies bear deep wounds, crimson lines across golden fur. Each scar tells a story of survival, of claws that came too close, of teeth that almost found their mark. They lick their injuries, eyes half closed, yet never fully asleep. For lions know the truth. The hyenas are not gone forever. They are waiting, watching, healing their own wounds. The war will come again. The youngest lioness lies on her side, her flank torn where hyena jaws had clamped down. Every breath is a battle, shallow and ragged. But around her, her pride stands guard, sisters bound not just by blood, but by survival itself. The lead lioness, scarred and weary, lifts her head to scan the darkness. Her maneless throat is raw from the matriarch's teeth, yet she does not bow. Her eyes burn steady, defiant, promising that the next clash will find her ready. Across the plains, miles away, the hyena clan gathers in the shadows of acacia trees. Their matriarch limps, her body slashed by claws, her muzzle still streaked with lion blood. Around her, the survivors nurse their wounds, licking, groaning, but laughing too. That eerie laughter that says, "We will return." This is the truth of the savannah. Here, no battle is final. Every night writes a new chapter. Every scar fuels the fire for the next war. Neither lions nor hyenas will ever surrender, for surrender means extinction. The stars look down without pity. They have watched this rivalry for thousands of years. They will watch it for thousands more. But tonight, the lions hold the ground. Their roars echo into the dark, claiming the land, the kill, the right to live. Their voices carry far across rivers and grasslands, reaching even the ears of their enemies. It is a warning, a promise. We are still here. The hyenas answer from the distance with laughter, mocking yet fearless. The sound travels on the wind, mixing with the roars, until it becomes a duet of defiance, the eternal song of predator against predator. And so the night closes, not with peace, but with a fragile balance. For in the wild, survival is never guaranteed, victory never permanent. The war for the savannah continues, written in dust, in blood, and in the scars of those who endure. The night begins to fade. A pale light creeps across the horizon, painting the sky in streaks of orange and violet. Dawn has come, a fragile promise of a new day. The lions rise slowly from the blood-soaked earth. Their bodies ache, their wounds sting, yet their spirits remain unbroken. For they have survived the night, and in the savannah, survival is victory. The lead lioness limps forward, her golden coat still matted with blood. She pauses to glance back at her pride. The young lioness, though scarred and weakened, still stands. The others gather close, bound together by the unspoken knowledge that they fought as one, and they endured. The carcass that drew them into war is gone now, stripped to nothing but bones. Yet they stay near it, for the ground itself has become a trophy. To walk away would be to admit defeat, and lions do not surrender. Across the grasslands, far from the lion's roars, the hyena clan gathers once more. They move slowly, limping, wounded. Their laughter is quieter now, broken by exhaustion, yet it carries a dangerous truth. They are not beaten. The matriarch lifts her head, her muzzle scarred, her eyes burning with determination. She has lost this battle, but not the war. For in the endless cycle of predator and prey, of hunger and survival, there is always another chance. The savannah does not choose sides. It is not a kingdom of lions, nor a domain of hyenas. It belongs to no one, and to everyone willing to fight for it. Each dawn resets the balance, each night writes a new chapter. And as the first rays of sunlight wash over the grass, two forces prepare in silence. Lions licking their wounds, hyenas sharpening their hunger. This is not the end. It is only the beginning. The lions have survived, but the savannah does not forgive weakness. Each movement is calculated, each glance is measured. Wounds throb, muscles ache, yet every lion knows the truth. Survival is earned, not given. The lead lioness steps forward cautiously, her gaze fixed on the horizon. In the distance, movement catches her attention. Hyenas, fewer in number but relentless, emerge like shadows from the trees. Their cackling is soft now, but it carries the promise of revenge. It is a calculated advance. The hyenas know they are outmatched individually, but in numbers and coordination, they are lethal. The matriarch signals with a subtle movement, a silent order. A trap is being set. The young lioness watches intently, muscles tense, ready to leap. Her pride relies on her strength as much as her instincts. Every second counts. This is the standoff before chaos, a balance of power held by seconds, decisions, and instincts honed over millions of years. One wrong move, and the delicate line between hunter and hunted shatters. The clash erupts again, but smaller, sharper, faster. Every strike, every snap of jaws is a message. We will not yield. The air is thick with the scent of sweat, blood, and fear. The hyena matriarch dodges, snapping at the lioness's flank, teeth glinting in the sun. The lioness retaliates, slashing with precision. Around them, the younger lions and hyenas circle, ready to exploit any opening, every movement choreographed by survival itself. The battle is not about victory alone. It is about reputation, territory, and the laws of the wild. Both species understand this deeply. Every skirmish leaves lessons written in scars, shaping future strategies, evolution, and the endless dance of predator against predator. For now, the lions hold the ground, but the hyenas are patient. The savannah's balance is fragile, and tomorrow will bring new challenges, new battles, and new stories carved into the golden grass. The sun climbs higher, casting long shadows over the savannah. Hunger gnaws at the pride, and wounds ache from last night's battle. But nature waits for no one. The lead lioness signals her pride. A movement, a flick of the tail, silent communication honed through years of cooperation. Today, survival depends not just on strength, but on strategy. The hyenas watch from afar, their ears twitching, noses raised. They know that a direct confrontation now would be disastrous. Patience is their weapon. They shadow the lions, waiting for an opportunity to strike, calculating every step. The lions advance slowly, their movements synchronized like a well-rehearsed dance. Each step measured, each pause deliberate. They are hunters and guardians, moving as one. And then the hunt begins. The zebras sense danger and scatter, hooves pounding the dry earth. The lions split into strategic positions, cutting off escape routes, herding the prey toward the ambush. A young male lion flanks left, positioning himself silently. The matriarch lioness stays central, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Precision and patience, the hallmarks of a successful hunt. This is the chessboard of the savannah. Every move matters. One wrong decision could turn the hunter into the hunted. Lions and hyenas alike understand the stakes: territory, survival, and respect. The lead lioness leaps at the weakest zebra, jaws clamping around its neck. The herd panics, but the pride moves like a tide, herding and striking in unison. Dust, sweat, and blood mingle in the air, the raw poetry of life and death. The eternal rivalry is present even in the hunt. The lions must defend their prize while securing the meal. The hyenas are clever, opportunistic. Their eyes gleam with strategy. But the pride is coordinated, experienced, and relentless. In this moment, the savannah teaches its harshest lesson. Strength is fleeting, cunning is eternal, and survival favors the relentless. Every predator, every prey, every scar. It all tells a story. For now, the lions feast, the hyenas wait, and the sun climbs, bearing witness to a world where every day is a struggle, every moment a battle, and every life a story written in motion, blood and instinct. The calm of dawn has faded, hunger drives action, and instinct fuels the next confrontation. The hyenas approach cautiously, eyes locked on the feast. Every step, every glance is a silent threat. Lions know the rules of survival. The kill belongs to the pride that fought for it. But hyenas operate by different laws. Clever, cunning and ruthless. They strike when opportunity appears, testing the limits of every predator they encounter. And then, chaos. Teeth flash, claws rake, dust clouds the air. Lions strike with power, hyenas counter with numbers and agility. Every move is strategic, every attack a message. We will survive, and we will take what we need. This is not mindless violence. It is a clash of survival strategies, honed by evolution. The lions rely on size, strength, and coordination. The hyenas rely on persistence, cunning, and numbers. The standoff ends for now. The hyenas retreat, not defeated, but calculating their next move. The lions feast, their authority reaffirmed, their pride intact. Yet the rivalry continues, a cycle older than any human story. Why do hyenas steal rather than hunt themselves? Their survival strategy depends on efficiency. Stealing allows them to conserve energy while exploiting the hard work of others. Lions, despite their strength, are solitary in some hunts, while hyenas thrive in clans, relying on teamwork and opportunity. This isn't laziness, it's evolution. Every choice, every strategy, every clash has been written into their DNA over millions of years. The battle of the savannah is eternal. Lions are kings by power and presence, hyenas by cunning and strategy. Both are masters of survival, both teach us lessons about nature's balance. Witness their story, understand their instincts, and respect the wild, because here, every life matters, every battle shapes the land, and every predator, whether lion or hyena, is a chapter in the magnificent story of the African savannah.